Today we're at Waynesborough Park, just off Highway 117 bypass. I do this all the time. You know, that's just the way it is.
That's okay. We understand.
And we're here with Joe Daniels of the Beekeepers of the Noose, and you are the events coordinator. Is that right?
That is correct.
Events coordinator of Beekeepers. Sarah, what do you do?
I'm the educational coordinator for the Beekeepers of the Noose HoneyBeeDay. I will be in charge of the Kids Corner, where you can come and make beeswax candles and learn all about beekeeping.
Buddy Scott's with us as well. Buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
What do you do?
I'm the president of the Beekeepers of the Noose.
Oh, okay. Beekeepers of the Noose is an organization that's been around quite a while now and continuing to grow as beekeeping becomes more of a popular hobby, right?
That's correct.
So why? Why do people like this?
Bees are important for pollination. 1/3 of the food that you eat is pollinated by a honeybee.
1/3 of the food we eat is pollinated by honeybees.
By a honeybee.
And that's why it is a major industry. Moving honeybees from farm to farm around the country is a major industry.
It is.
Now, Sarah, you mentioned it. We've got coming up here at Waynesborough Park on the 19th of this month, which is on a Saturday,
Yes, sir.
is the Beekeepers of the Noose HoneyBeeDay.
Yes, sir.
HoneyBeeDay is coming up on the 19th. Tell me about it. What's going on? What's going to happen?
Oh, there's going to be so many things going on. Like
Woo!
I said, I am in charge of the Kids Corner, the Kids Beehive, where you will be able to do beeswax candles. There'll be little activities. There'll be a passport for you to travel around through the vendors and the different settings to learn about the bees and different things like that. And I'll turn it back over to Jo because she is the coordinator of the entire event.
Joe Daniels, coordinator, events coordinator. Yeah. Not just coordinator, events coordinator. Yeah. Well, Joe, what else is going to go on? What's happening
There are
here?
going to be so many wonderful vendors here. We have, I don't know if people noticed at the Wayne County Fair, there was an extension group who did Christmas trees.
Yes.
And one of the Christmas trees was covered in ornaments made completely out of every kind of seed in the world you could think of. And they were gorgeous, but they didn't sell them off the tree. But they're delighted that they're going to be with us this year, and they're going to be selling those ornaments and wreaths and what have you. So they're going to be here. We'll have a number of other vendors selling beeswax products.
Mm-hmm.
We've got
All right, wait a minute, hold it. Now, you do this all the time. I don't know what a beeswax product is. What's a beeswax product?
like lip balm.
Lip balm. That I know what that
Yeah.
is. Yeah, okay.
Creams.
Creams.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You have some sticks that have fragrances to them.
Mm-hmm.
We even have a vendor who has a breath spray, and
You smell like bees?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I've got one, and I don't think it smells quite like bees. But anyway, but a number of vendors, many of them have been at the Downtown Jam, so people will be familiar with them. And we have a company called Kona Ice who is coming from Moorhead.
Oh.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate this year that we've had a lot of people contact us about being a vendor rather than us going out and trying to find the vendor. So now the event is getting some recognition as far as with folks like that want to be vendors or want to be food vendors. So we're just really excited. Our group will be over in the blacksmith shop over there. There'll be vendors all over, and we do have a dance group that's also from the Wayne County Extension Office that De Colores. And
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I know those folks. Yeah.
And they have the most gorgeous costumes.
Costumes,
Yes,
yes.
and they're all handmade by the mothers and the kids who are dancers.
Right.
And that's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So a lot of people are very familiar with
And
that
that's
as well.
all going to be going on right here.
Absolutely, right
August
here.
19th,
Yes, sir.
Saturday. This Saturday.
No, not this Saturday. Next
Well,
Saturday.
right. Well,
Yeah.
now, remember, this is
it's
going
to be,
Yeah, this is today's Monday.
That's right.
And then this is
Okay.
going to run all through the week here.
Yes, sir.
Be kind of this Saturday, the 19th, right?
From 9 to 3.
From 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. and all those vendors with all their wares and stuff,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Plus the bees will be here.
We will have an observation hive.
Part of this event, not just the things they're talking about, but part of it is an educational situation. We'll have live bees here, we'll have equipment, we'll have different members of the club to talk about those things and explain it to the people.
Bees are very interesting. They're very social.
They are.
Absolutely.
And they don't attack you, do they? Honeybees are not aggressive unless you give them reason to be.
They are defensive, not offensive.
People are afraid of bees. Should they be afraid of bees?
No, they should not.
As long as you keep you cool and don't try to attack them or swat at them or anything.
That's exactly right.
Just let them go about their business. Now, bees are more interested in food, wouldn't you say?
Well,
And shelter.
well, they're more, the thing they're the most interested in is serving their queen.
Oh,
They do everything
right.
for the queen.
I forgot about that.
There's that queen bee thing, she's
Yeah.
it. So they're constantly grooming her. They're constantly, whenever she is developing from a pupa in the frame, they're constantly feeding her royal jelly. And I mean, that's, that everyone wants royal jelly. That's
yeah.
been like in history, one thing that was just so sacred,
Royal jelly, you gotta have it.
Mm-hmm. So, again, like Buddy said, they're not aggressive at all. I mean, I can go out to mine and I sing to them, and they know me, And Buddy, I'm sure yours know you, and Sarah, yours know you, and
They truly do recognize you.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They recognize you. And Robin DeMark, I thought, whom I know, it was did a great a piece in the paper here.
Right, we
was
had
quoted
fun.
in the paper, and you were
Yeah.
there as well, and a lot of you were. And but she made a comment about she sings to hers as well.
Yeah.
She walks out and says, "Good morning, girls."
She says, "Good morning, girls," and I say, "How are you doing today, girls?
Okay.
Are we happy today?"
Yes,
When I
we
take
are.
the top off this hive, are you going to be happy?
Yes, we are. Okay, I see your point.
So, I got into beekeeping. You got into beekeeping what? A year
About the
and
same time.
About the same time. About a year and a half, 2
We
years.
took the class.
Okay.
We took the class
All right.
together, and I just absolutely love it. And I mean, it's a hobby for me, as well as hopefully later being something where I can sell honey and pay for everything I've put in.
Buddy, once you get your hives established, how long does it take to actually be able to get to the point that you're actually harvesting honey?
Normally, you would put a hive in sometime in the spring, March, April. And that fall, you may get a little bit of honey. But the first year, you're developing that hive
Right, exactly.
to be a thriving hive.
I'm surprised it would be that soon. So perhaps in the second year, you would have
The
some
second
honey.
year, you should have some honey that you could share with the bees.
Okay. You share them.
Excuse me,
I'm
that's all
sorry.
right. That's all right.
You walk on the bottoms, and I'll
And
walk on the
tops,
Yeah.
okay.
Now to share, you actually share with the bees, the honey with the bees. They let you have some of that honey, and then they keep some of that
And
honey.
they keep going.
What do they do with it?
Well, they
They
use it.
overwinter.
Yeah, they overwinter with those food supplies. So that's what Buddy was talking about. The first year, they're establishing a thriving hive, and what they're doing with that is over the winter, and it's difficult sometimes to overwinter them, but the honey that we do leave in the hives becomes their food source during the winter.
During the winter months. Excellent. And then spring rolls around, and they go out and they start pollinating again.
And then there are foragers who bring that pollen back,
Back
and,
to the-
back to the hive.
All right. It's interesting, isn't it? And it's fun, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely fun.
It is.
I love it.
Now the group's been around a while,
It has about 10, 12 years.
and it's grown exponentially since its beginning.
It has.
New members still coming on.
They still are. And you don't have to be a member to come to the club to visit to see what we do. We encourage you to come.
Where do you meet?
At the Wayne Center, the
Okay.
third Thursday at 7 o'clock. We also have a bee yard. It's called an apiary. If people want to come, we'll get them a suit, and they can actually work with the bees and see if that's an interest to them.
That sounds like a lot of fun too.
Yes, we
Yeah,
suit you up.
that suits me. So we're talking the third Thursday of each month at 7 o'clock at Wayne Center, corner of George and Chestnut Streets, near downtown Goldsboro.
Right.
Soon to be at the new Maxwell Center.
Can't wait for that. Ooh, that is going to be
I'm telling you,
so
It's going to be
exciting.
exciting. All right, very good. So, August 19th, starting at 9 o'clock here at Waynesborough Park, just off Highway 117 bypass, across from the National Guard Armory, starting at 9 a.m. There's going to be a ton of vendors out here. There's going to be a ton of bees out here. There's going to be all these nice people out here to talk to you about beekeeping. It is a major growing hobby that will be interest. I can't imagine anyone who would not be interested in this.
Yes, and the North Carolina, I know these little
Yeah.
announcements. Vintage Farm Equipment Club is going to be out here, and they will be having a swap shop, or swapping sales, and they'll be over in the field over there, and they have a little bit of everything.
Yes,
I mean,
they do.
as far as the farm equipment, I bought gourds from them last year
Yeah.
because they had everything you could possibly imagine.
The Vintage Farm Equipment Club here in Wayne County and eastern North Carolina it is eastern North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They have some of the best looking antique, look like they just rolled off the showroom, tractors and
gorgeous,
farm
are they?
equipment. They
Yeah.
are beautiful. Plus they have a lot of other stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. And so,
They're also going to have a wagon that the kids can ride on.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
A wagon ride.
wagon ride.
over in the field over there.
That's great. So there's a lot of stuff happening. August 19th, 9 till 3 here at Waynesborough Park. Joe Daniels, Joe, Sarah, and Buddy, thank you so much.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
Appreciate
All
it.
right.